So The Watchers is the newest supernatural horror film that was released. It was directed by Ishana Shyamalan, who is the daughter of M Night Shyamalan. Of course, we all know that name, but we don't know his daughter's name. At least I never heard of her name. And usually, though, when I hear that name Shyamalan, immediately my thought of a movie kind of goes down a great deal, because with my history with watching M Night Shyamalan's films, I'm always like saying, this movie's going to be terrible. This movie's going to be bad. I think out of all the movies he's made, maybe four had done good for me. Everything else has just been like bad, like troll bad. But I mean, I was saying to myself, you know what? It's his daughter's film, not his film. So I'm thinking like I can't judge by his work to her work. So I'm like, I'll give the movie a chance, okay? I'll give it a chance. Honestly, what really got me hooked and wanted to see this film was the premise and the concept behind this movie. I mean, it's a very simple concept, and yet hooks you really easily. I mean, Dakota Fanning's car breaks down in the middle of this wooded area. Nighttime falls, and then she still hasn't found help. She can't even find her car anymore at that. And then all of a sudden, she sees someone open a door, and they tell her she's got like 5 seconds to get in here, or the door shuts forever. And when she gets in there, she finds 3 other people, and she tells them they have to stand in front of the glass because they're being watched by, of course, the Watchers. And I mean, that concept, it makes you start thinking, like, what is these Watchers? What are they? I mean, like, the worst thing in your head probably comes to mind about what these things are. I mean, because you don't know. They've never seen one. They don't know what they look like because they're not supposed to go out at night. And if they are out at night, they don't come back alive. So, I mean, it's that fear of the unknown that really gets you as well. Plus, they also have rules that they have to follow, too, as well. It's like, you can't go out at night. You have to stand in front of the glass on your first night. Don't go near the holes where supposedly the Watchers live. And, I mean, with these questions, it starts bringing other things into your mind, like other questions like, what's the point of these questions? Why are they in place? Are these questions even necessary? Is there even anything out there? That fear of the unknown, it just boggles your mind. And that's what this movie did in, like, the beginning. At least to a certain point, because after that, everything was just bad. But I'll get to that in a minute. In all honesty, this movie actually played a strong resemblance to the other M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Village. I don't know if any of you remember that movie from 2005, but The Village actually is a lot like this movie. I mean, these people, this Amish community lives in like this wooded area. They have rules to follow too, but they also have this truce with these creatures that live in the forest, and the truce is that they are not allowed to go into the forest. As long as they don't go in there, these creatures do not come onto their land. And then, of course, people start asking questions, and things start happening where they have to kind of like break the rules, but they say, don't break the rules. And I mean, that same vibe plays in this Watchers movie. It's like all these questions are being asked. Why do we have these rules? What is going on? They're basically kind of like the same movie, but just different aspects happen with the characters. Now to get back into what I was going to say earlier about, the movie mainly being bad. I mean, for the first 30 minutes, this concept of, the fear of the unknown was like what made the movie good. It kept you on the edge of your seat with that eerie feeling, eerie music, not knowing what's there. But then after we kind of like find out what they are, 45 minutes or to maybe 40 minutes into the movie, we start seeing the movie start slipping into another direction. And it's like we're watching a completely different feel, and that vibe of eeriness and unknown is like leaving us. And I'm starting to think like, what happened here? Did we just slip into another movie? Is that what's going on here? Because this doesn't even seem like the movie that was promoted in the trailer anymore. And I'm starting to think like, what is going on here? I am so lost. It's like the movie was supposed to have a big reveal. And that's what a lot of M. Night Shyamalan's movies does. There are these big reveals. And then after that, everything, the mood, the vibe and energy of the movie just slips right away. slips away. The same thing happens here. We get a big reveal, and like we think the movie's going to be over soon, but it doesn't, and gives us a very bad ending at that. And it's just like the vibe was lost like halfway through the film. I'm starting to think like, why am I even watching this anymore? I had to say, for probably her directorial debut, Ishana Shyamalan followed a lot of her dad's tactics. Give us a great concept and plot, simple and effective, but when finally it's executed, it's not executed really well. Now, don't get me wrong. I thought this movie came on really strong, and I thought it was doing really well in the beginning. But in the middle part, like I said, it just feels like it slips away from what it was originally supposed to be. I feel like this movie was a very big missed opportunity here. I felt like this movie could have been really well done if, they had stuck to what it was originally supposed to be. But they didn't do it. But also, this movie is supposedly based off a book as well, so I mean, never read this book, but maybe it was better on paper. But the point I'm trying to say here is, because of like poor execution, again, this is another Shyamalan film that was like probably a missed opportunity that could have been a very good film if done correctly. Overall, I'm giving The Watchers a D. Not a very good start for Ishana Shyamalan's directorial debut. But then again, M Night Shyamalan didn't actually direct The Sixth Sense till '99. He had directed 2 films before that. So maybe she'll surprise us in the later future. Alright, well, if you guys have seen The Watchers, please comment here down below what your thoughts were on it. Also, what is your favorite Shyamalan movie? That would be an interesting take if any of you are M Night Shyamalan fans out there. Also, if you like my other content, please click right here, and always remember to stay epic.